What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chris and Shell Talk Movies. I'm Chris, and I've just made it home from watching Scream 1996 from the theatre for the first time. Let me start off by saying, if you do have the opportunity to go watch Scream for the first time in theatre, go do it. If there's a movie that you want to see that you're a big fan of and you've never had a chance to go see it at the theatre, go do it. Um, Probably the first thing I'll start off saying is with Scream 1, I've never noticed. I think that's maybe because of how big the screens are. I've never noticed how zoomed in the shots are to everyone, like when they talk. Because for me personally, it felt like when you were watching it, it felt like you were actually like in the film with them, which is something I've never experienced watching it on, obviously just general TV. Like I've only got a 50-inch TV. So I suppose if you've got a bigger TV in terms of like an 80-inch or something like that, you would probably may get that experience of how close everyone is, and you get that experience that you're actually in the film with them. But certainly for me tonight, that's what I felt. Here we go. Wish I could see all of them in the theatre. My Scream journey started with Scream 3. I was the same, Michelle, and I after watching Scream 1 in theatre tonight, I'm looking forward to, hopefully there is an opportunity that I can see Scream 2 in the theatre as well. I just want to feel that experience of seeing it for the first time in theatre. Um so that was the big thing that I did notice, like watching it in the theatre. I was kind of expecting that I would actually like maybe pick up on some noises or something that I didn't hear. Um, Maybe one I did notice though, which I've never really took notice of when I was watching the film before, was obviously in the start of the film when when they do that shot when Drew Barrymore's cooking the popcorn, and then they do that shot on the outside, and you get that swing is swinging. I've never noticed really the whole sort of rope, that sort of like it was that swinging noise before. So I've probably noticed that tonight. Probably noticed there was probably there was one part in the third act where you hear like a door sort of like open and nothing's actually happened yet. So I'm not 100% sure. I'm trying to figure out what that was, and I thought I nearly came up with another theory, which could possibly go into Scream 7, but I managed to debunk that when I was coming on live. I thought when Stu was actually getting crushed by the TV, I actually thought that camera that Gale had actually put into the TV had disappeared, but I did actually find it sitting there, so I've debunked that one. What shall right now? I wish they would do an all-day marathon like Twilight did. Yeah, definitely would be down for them to do that for sure. I'm just trying to think of if I noticed really anything else. Definitely the score is a lot more apparent in the theater, obviously. It's one thing I did notice. But that's like everything. When you have a better surround sound system, or like when we do our watch parties here, and you got your headphones on, you do notice things that you don't see before, like you don't hear before. So that was different. Uh, yeah, Shell, I've heard that before. Someone's even said that one of them was sitting on the swing beforehand, which is interesting. Gee, It's a film from bloody 1996, and only some of these, you're only starting to think about some of this stuff now. Yes, it was. You could definitely tell they're playing it from the 4K version. That was for sure in the theater. Um, everyone se- everyone seemed to have a good time with it. There was a couple of times when people were having a good laugh. Obviously with Stu, and obviously the one with Dewey with when he's holding up the mask when Sydney's running out the front, which I knew it was coming. Well, like I've said to you, Shell, when we've done these streams and stuff, hopefully you really do get hopefully you do get the opportunity that you can see Scream One in the theater. I think you'll really enjoy it. Even tonight when I was sitting there watching it, I was like, I'd love to see the original trilogy in the theater. Uh, no one was really in costume set for myself, but a few people had Scream shirts and that on. I was kind of expecting someone else to be dressed up as Ghostface. But again, I got to the theater early, so I was already no one really noticed. And I didn't even try to get to the theater early. Trying to think what else I really noticed about the experience. I was expecting more, to be honest. Like to pick up more. Yeah, so would I. That's always been my sort of on the bucket list, sort of. If you can go to a theater and watch Scream, and obviously everyone's dressed up. But it hasn't happened. Probably the movie that I've been to the most where people have been dressed up, and that's when they brought back Star Wars. I'm trying to think. What else? Yeah, true. But I thought it was worth a shot to try and pick some more stuff up. And also to be honest with you, I was trying to just because, like, as you've said, because I've seen it so many times, it was kind of like just a quote fest going on in my head and that. Anyway, I was kind of just memorizing the lines in me head as the movie was going along. It goes by bloody quick though. Stu's house hasn't changed, Shell. It's still the same from the other night. Gonna wait for Emma to get home to finish it off. So I'm still at the halfway point. But in case if you haven't seen it, I'll show you what it looks like. There you go. That's Stu's house so far. That's after 3 bags. 3 more to go. I was kind of hope doing this that some more people were going to come in that had possibly seen it in theaters, and they would ask me some more questions. But obviously there's not, and I haven't really got a lot more to say about it, unfortunately. I wish I did. So, Shell, if you got any more questions, what you can think of that I can possibly answer before I disappear? Thank you, Shell. I'm glad you're happy that I got to see it. In all honesty, if I could go back right now and see it again in the theatre, I would. But that ain't gonna happen. In a way, I should have went last night because there's another theatre I had on last night, and then I could have went today too. Then I could have seen it twice. Um, Yeah, so I think just before I disappear, I might as well say we are going to be live tomorrow at 11 a.m. Australian Central Time. We are doing a bit of a Centurion drinking challenge, which I'm going to be doing by myself. But it's going to be a lot of fun for me to do that, and obviously share that with everyone. But also, we're also doing Scream trivia as well. If you would like to come and hang out and join in the chat with that. The way we're going to do the trivia is the way the Centurion Challenge works is 100 shots in 100 minutes. So on each fifth question, there's going to be which Shell's going to ask me a question, and I get a chance to answer it. And then obviously, if I can't answer it, which would be pretty disappointing if I can't, obviously everyone in the chat will get a chance to answer it. If I do not finish the Centurion Challenge, though, if I don't make the 100, though, the trivia will continue until we reach the full 20 questions. Shell's also got some fun facts we're going to go to, and I've also been asked to play Jenga as we're playing the Centurion Challenge as well. I've got to try and keep the stack without it falling over. And that'll be, I'll be pulling out a block every fourth shot. So thanks for hanging out. And like I said, Centurion Challenge tomorrow at 11 a.m. Australian Central Time or 7:30 Eastern Standard USA Time. Come and hang out. We're going to have a blast. And thanks for hanging out. And we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.